What's going on, boys? We're here for the first YouTube full card breakdown. Combat Core MMA now on YouTube. Let's go! First, we have a heavyweight banger! Tuivasa's back. He's knocking Louie Sutherland on his ass. You thought I was going to say heavyweight slot fest, didn't you? But I'm not. Tuivasa in devastating fashion. I wouldn't recommend parlaying it. If you're playing this fight, it's Tuivasa KO or bust, in my opinion. I understand people seeing the Louie Sutherland underdog, and he landed a calf kick on Walter Walker and, took down Brando for a couple seconds there. I don't know, man. I think Tui actually looked all right against Talson Teixeira, who's a guy who's going to win a lot of fights in the UFC just based on his length alone and his size. I think Tuivasa's got this one. It's not the most confident thing in the world these days, betting on Tuivasa, but I think he's good to go. Should be a Tuivasa knockout, I believe, against Louie Sutherland. Potentially round one here, maybe round two. Now going to this next one. Ooh. Don't you guys just shudder at the sight of Shamil Gaziev? I mean, my goodness, this guy is a specimen. Okay? You look at this guy and you go, he's definitely going to beat Brando Pericic, right? I'm just fucking kidding. Brando Pericic, round one knockout or two. It's really that simple at the end of the day. I don't know why people are overthinking this one, trying to go Shamil. This is crazy, guys. Brando Pericic, by knockout, is the play of the card for me. I'm borderline making this guy a lock. I think he's putting out Shamil Gaziev. And I think a lot of people are going to eat their words on this one. I know most people are on Brando, but I'm hearing some Gaziev conversations here, and I'm going, just keep me away from that shit. Brando's got much more power. He's breaking, gym equipment in the CKB gym. Gaziev got slimed out by Waldo, who's very good. But I think Brando has more power than Waldo for sure. And I think it's just going to show here. Bulk and Bear, Brando Pericic. Another knockout. I see this card being two knockouts to open. If one of them doesn't get a knockout, it's going to be Ty. It's not going to be Brando. Like that. Brando Pericic by knockout. I'm very confident in that. Here we got Marwan Rahiki versus Ollie Schmid. Now, Ollie here has an unfortunate last name because I can already see the memes. Stuff from Ollie Schmid, but he's 4-2 and his losses are not high quality at all. I think maybe we could see a fade spot coming up from Marwan Rahiki soon, but I don't think it's here, man. Like I think this feels, and this is not people. I've been hearing people say Malcolm Wellmaker, Ethan Ewing. This is not that. Okay, Ethan Ewing was actually looking insane and he was on a winning streak, so. This is not the case here. I think Marwan Rahiki is good to go. If I had to give I don't know if I'm playing this one at all because I don't even know the number on it yet on the books I'm looking at. It's not even up. Yeah, okay, that's the next fight. I guess he's minus 800. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing people say Marwan knockout, but I mean, I don't know. Oliver's tough. I'm probably just staying away from it. I don't really know enough. In terms of the Ollie Schmid side, I watched two fights, and one of them was a nasty knockout, but another one was a loss to a guy that was pretty mid. So, give me Marwan here, man. Whatever he wants to do, he's probably gonna do it. We got the People's Champ, bro, Tim Elliot. People forget, man. Tim Elliot, had a great fight with Demetrius Johnson. Oh God, dude. Some of the arguments made to me for Tim Elliott. I wanna get behind him. But I can't. I wanna get behind him, but I can't. Because Steve Urceg's not gonna get, done like he did against Kai Kara-France. That's not Tim Elliott's game. Yeah, he got out wrestled by Pantoja, but that was a close fight, man. That wasn't a super one-sided fight for Pantoja. I think Steve Urceg probably keeps us at range, is the better minute winner here. Tim Elliott is I guess live to get a crafty takedown into submission, he's a dog, man. I love Tim Elliott. I love his style. I'm a Tim Elliott fan here. See what's lined up out here. Yeah, plus 190. So I know a lot of people are taking him on the dog. But and there's some money coming in on Tim Elliott as well, which is like suspect or whatever, according to some people. But I don't know, man. I think Urceg's fine. I think Urceg by decision is a decent method prop here. So I'm going Steve Urceg by decision, 29-28. Let's call it. Let's say crafty Tim Elliott makes it a close one. Now, I mean, the matchmakers, somebody in the company has something against Beneil Dariush. I mean, genuinely. And actually, that's not necessarily true because I think, what was it, I think Manuel Torres versus Dariush was rumored first. I think that was one of the first rumors, and that one was like, oh my God, don't do that. I still am heavily on Salkilld here. I think he wins by knockout, first or second round. Once the chin's gone, it's gone. I mean, skill for skill, Beneil's as good as anyone in the sport. That doesn't matter if you get hit in the chin one time, you're falling down, you're getting finished. Like, I'm one of those guys who isn't the highest on BSD. I think he's like a little bit overrated compared to the ceiling some people are giving him. And I think BSD doing that to you like that is just a brutal look, man. And, I mean, Quillan Salkilld, he's young, he's hungry. The only path to victory for Beneil is, like, being perfect with the grappling and, like, takedowns for 15 minutes and not getting hit on the chin, like, one time clean. And Salkilld doesn't have, like, one-shot knockout power necessarily unless your name is Anshul Jubilee. But he's got power. He definitely has pop in his shots, and I think he's putting out Beneil probably round 1 or 2. I think his knockout's like minus 185 or something. That's probably like parlayable. Or, if you got the bankroll, just kind of playing it by itself. I think Salkilld by knockout here. Oof. On to the main event here, boys. Now, with fair warning, I'm 0 for my last 5 main events. All right, I'm 0 for my last 5. So, I need you to take that into consideration when I make this pick. But I gotta go Jack Della Maddalena, man. If you're hearing those first 2 things I said to put together, you're probably feeling pretty good about your Carlos Prates pick. And I would as well. Carlos Prates has been highlight reeling everyone he's fought. But if you take a look at who he's fought, it's kind of guys who are either out their prime or just had nothing for him to begin with. I think Jack Della Maddalena has the pocket boxing. He's got the ability to get in and out of space. He has had tendencies to get hit in the past, but that was by like boxers. That was by guys with boxing, hands and credentials. And I mean, I think Ian Gary beating Carlos Prates is probably one of the better things to look at in terms of the JDM side. I do think that he probably won't grapple as much as Ian Gary did, so that does leave like a little bit of suspect shit there for me. And honestly, I think this is a 50-50 fight. I think this is as 50-50 as it gets, and people might be sleeping on JDM a little bit here. So I'm going to roll with the underdog, but man, betting against Carlos Prates these days in a striking matchup, which I think this will take largely on the feet, it's tough. It's tough for me to really endorse you to go out and put your money on. But I got JDM, man. JDM Masterclass. You heard me? All right. JDM Masterclass. Use code CombatCorePicks on Sleeper. All right. Get yourself $20 for free. Get yourself a $20 play. Put it on one of your guys. Have a good time. All right. Or if you got the Boku bucks, you throw $100 in Sleeper with my code, and you get another $100 in bonus bets. If you're a guy who's going to be betting anyway, you might as well, man. Why not? Appreciate you guys. This is the first video. All right. This is the first YouTube video. Maybe this was a little bit awkward. I don't know. We're going to find out. But we're going to get better. We're locking in. Just interviewed the guy Richie Miranda out of Bloodline Combat Sports. He will be fighting May 22nd, defending his title for the second time in LFA. Two guys he beat before he took their O's, man. This is not one of those Curtis Campbell. No, hey, no offense to Curtis Campbell. We're pro Pink Panther. We're pro Pink Panther over here, okay? I'm just saying, this isn't a Curtis Campbell type situation, brother. This is a legit guy who's UFC ready now. And May 22nd, he defends his LFA title, and we're excited for that. We will win the lightweight title in the UFC, okay? So you guys aren't already, follow my TikTok, follow my Instagram. TikTok is just Combat Core MMA straight up, and then my Instagram is the same thing with an underscore after it. Go follow me on there. I post all my picks on there, full card and everything. I just do the main card breakdowns on YouTube for now. But if you guys want to see me do the entire card on here, I will do that in the future. So appreciate you guys, man. Let's go. Combat Core MMA to the moon.